Gaming and musical comedy, yeah buddy! Welcome to another video of WWE Supercard, yeah buddy! Yeah buddy, and today we're going to talk about two things, teams and team events. Alright, now the first thing that we're going to talk about is Team Battleground conjunction with other team events. Now, Team Battlegrounds, we already know that they are really, really cool. You can get one day. Well, whenever you start an event, you get a day for the prep phase, and then a day for the attack phase. Now, what is the best way to get these cards maxed? All right, sometimes things don't drop from the board. The charges don't drop from the board as much as they used to. And but here's some things that will help you and your team, you know, really just enjoy this event mode, as well as the harder of the two team modes of the events of the Road to Glory. Now, the problem with the Team Road to Glory is that the points are really, really a lot. All right, and if you don't have a team that is firing on all cylinders or everybody's active and playing, you're not going to get those highest tier cards. And this is what a big problem is for a lot of people, because one or two people won't play that much, and then the other teammates that really work hard, they get very angry, okay? And that's really the whole gist of the team stuff. Now you add in the Team Battleground stuff, and if your team doesn't play enough to get a lot of, charges and stuff, that can also develop some team animosity. Now, the tips I'm going to give you right now as a team, or a person in charge of a team, or a person that wants to be a part of a really great team, here's the things that you can help. All right, first off, number one, get a team goal. Okay, now some people's team goals are like WrestleMania 33, everybody. Now the problem is, not everybody is in a WrestleMania 33 team. Okay, and not everybody is in a team where that's even going to be remotely reachable anytime soon. Okay, trying to get on a WrestleMania 33 team when you are not WrestleMania 33 is going to be very, very difficult, all right? Because you see all these cards down here, your cards are part of them. And if you're like, you know, rare and super rare cards are in this format, you're going to really have a bad time, all right? Because the other people on your team will grow resentful to you because you don't have those cards, all right? So here's Bigedude's steps for making a really great team. Number one, have a team goal. All right, I know for our goal is we want to get the best cards, but have fun still too. Okay, and now that you have Team Battlegrounds basically firing off every 2.5 days, there's just way more stuff to help you. When you are, whoever is in the charge of the thing, remember, owners and generals are the ones that can make a team event happen. Whenever you finish an event, make sure that you've talked it over with the team when the next event should happen. Now, on my team, we have people from all over the world in here, okay? People from, like, England and all the way. We've had people in Australia back in the day, and people on the West Coast, East Coast. There's a difference between 7 or 8 time zones. And the reason why I'm saying this is, make sure you know where your teammates are from, because the reason they might not be playing right at, you know, let's say 5 o'clock p.m. when a Team Road to Glory happens is because it's, you know, if they're in India, it's like, you know, 5 in the morning. It's 12 hours difference or something about that difference, okay? There's a huge difference in time depending on where your team is, all right? Now, for some teams, you might benefit from the solo events because of the timing that they exist in, you know, the going live at 12 midnight Pacific time. Where for me, that's 3 in the morning, that's not going to work. But however, let's just say Greenwich Mean Time, let's say our boy JB, that's 8 o'clock for him. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier to start an event right away at that time. For me, it's impossible unless it's like, you know, summer or I'm on vacation. So when you've got a team and you know that when you're going to do the event, what you need to do is you have to set goals. Everybody that gets the WrestleMania cards in those things, those are the ones that really need to try to play as much as possible. Now, you never know what you're going to get and that sort of thing. Coordinating team events, all right, Team Battlegrounds, with events that get a lot of cards are very, very cool. All right, for example, our team event, our Battleground team event right now, it's got about 30-40 minutes until it goes to the final, or it goes to the active phase and the attack phase. And we've been able to use this Road to Glory to get a bunch of points and to get a lot of charges that way. All right. I know that in this particular one, I purchased a 5 times doubler, and I didn't get that many cards from it, you know, and I'm still not fully charged up. So that is something you have to be aware of. But you also have a full day to work on those things. It's just, it sometimes is a difficult thing. If you're not coordinating with your team, you might have anger and despair, like, I just needed a day off or something, you know? And that's what you and your team should decide. It will really make things so much better if you know that everybody's going to try to play and that sort of thing, all right? And when you're looking for people to join a team, check the boards of the people that make supercard videos, because if they're watching a video and they're leaving a comment, they're probably going to play more than other people. All right. You can also check the obvious places to looking for team room, and sometimes that's a mess, especially right before a team event. It's a mess. And you know, there's boards on Facebook to find a team, but you should try to, if you are a lower tier person, don't expect to be on a higher person's team, because that's really just, you didn't work for it. If you, let's say, you know, like, here's an argument that is made to me all the time. Can you please help me out? I really want to get the best cards. Well, then you've got to put the work in. Nobody owes you a spot on the team, on a WrestleMania or Ultimate team. Nobody owes you anything. You got to put the work in because everybody else put the work in. You know what I mean? You just got to play. And now that you can, if you log in every day, you're going to guaranteed get an elite card and a chance for an ultimate card once a month, no matter what. That's really going to help you a lot in the long run, okay? Well, anyways, back to the team stuff. If you can coordinate it with an event like this, where you get lots of picks fast, that's going to help your charges and your team prosperity. Now, on the other side, it could also help the other team as well. All right, but let's say you were on a team of friends from high school or college. You should probably try to focus on events that are on the weekend. You know, do a Team Battleground, and you don't have to do a Team Battleground every single time. You know, you could get burnt out that way as a team, and suffer a lot of turnover. Like on my personal team, at the time of this video, on Mr. Bacon, everybody on the team has been on it for at least 6 months, and the majority of the people have been on for over a year. You know, and it's just we understand that what our goals are, and we understand what we're trying to do with the game. And there's times where we know that we're communicative in the team chat. Communicate with your team, you know, because you're a team. We know when somebody's got something going on, for example, there was family things that have come up and they couldn't really play much that week or two, and they talked about it. And, we were very understanding. And then there's times where people think that they might have to leave because they can't. Just talk to us. Talk to your team, you know, because if you try, you got a better chance of sticking around, you know. And that's the one problem the only problem is there's only 9 people on a team. And, when people want to try to join my team because they think I'm cool or something, it's difficult. I mean, nobody's left that team. I'm not going to kick somebody just to give somebody else another shot. You know what I mean? Also, that's just me. Now, on the other side, and here's where I'm talking about getting back to the timing your events good. On my second and third teams that I make every week, and because that's just something that I like to do because people get to play with me. I don't get to charge up my guys as much during those things because I just can't play. I mean, I have a full-time career, and I don't want to be playing this game, many hours a day, on top of what sometimes I already do. But the thing is that you have to realize that here's the situation. Both of my team events, for some reason I thought the Team Road to Glory was going to start at 4 p.m. and not 5 p.m. So our event started basically 5 minutes before Team Road to Glory happened. So that's poor planning on my point because I didn't think far. I didn't think where we would be a day from there. I started it on a Sunday, and it was. This is just this example because who knows when you're watching this. And the next day, Memorial Day, I knew that I had off from school, but I was supposed to have a parade, but then it got rained out, But I still didn't play too much, And then I forgot, it's starting at this time. Things change in the game. So the whole point is, the whole purpose of this video is talk with your team, all right? Because there's going to be people that have really good goals. There's going to be people that really try. There's going to be people that spend credits on this. And then if they see other people that are not doing stuff, that they aren't going to feel good about being on a team. And really the whole thing about teams is if you all play together and figure out what your goals are and know what your responsibility is on that team, you're going to have a great time playing the game. Everybody else is going to have a great time playing the game. It's the same in not just this game. It's think about a clan, Clash of Clans. If you don't do your attacks for the arena, which this is almost the same time, stuff. People get angry, okay? And you have a lot more people in that event. You have up to 50 people in a clan, and you get 40 and 40s and all that sort of stuff. At least I think it's 50. I forgot. It's been a while. And it's important that it's easier if you don't participate. You might slide by. But in an event where there's only 10 people in a total team, everybody needs your activity, All right, so we've got 20 minutes. This is a bit long, but it's teaching you what you can do to build up your team, okay? Like, for example, active or kicked. How many times have we seen those types of things, If you got 10 people that were active in their team events, okay, and were active in playing, your team could do amazing things, especially in the Team Battleground format, because any team can compete with any team as long as you work to get those charges up. And that might be something that I challenge us to do in the summer. Just, start a team with people that are just starting and see how well we can just train up a team in 2 weeks' time to see how far we could go just by playing in the team, playing out of the team, playing all the events, just to see what we could do. And that would be something that's interesting. If you'd like that idea, please leave it in the comments below. And that would be something. And it doesn't even have to be me on that team, It's also a great way if you're trying to get somebody else into the game because it's a fun game, But the politics sometimes of teams can get in the way of the fun. And if people that are not working on it but don't say anything, there's been times where people have, applauded themselves for being a leech, and that's not in the spirit of the game. That's not what this is about. Teams are supposed to be mutual people trying to come together for a like-minded goal, okay? And that's what's all about. Like, there's been times where we don't get the best card on Team Road to Glory because it's just so much more difficult than Team Ring Domination. It's just so much more difficult because there's so many more points instead of and the way it's set up. But basically, bottom line, just to recap as we finish this video very soon, the things that you need to know is make plans, okay? Make a goal with your team. Even if it's just you starting a team, And if people, then you get 10 people and 3 or 4 don't really do well, talk amongst the team. Maybe you lose 2 or 3 people, but you've built a really strong rapport with the other ones. And that's what I did when I first did the team events in season 2. My first team, well, there was a time where teams didn't matter, you know. And I know that my dad was on my team, you know. But then, you know, after a while where we started doing events, it came to the point where you really needed to have everybody participating. And those of you know that my father could not participate anymore for an obvious reason. And you know, and then we had a couple people not participate that well in the first event, so we let them go, and then we brought other people in. And then as that, if you do that instead of 2 or 3, the next event you might not have to really kick out anybody, okay? Or you have everybody participating. Now this was way before. This is like season 2. This is way before there was. You know, the Team Battleground. And back in the day, there was a Team PCC, People's Champion Challenge, and that was absolutely the worst mode ever, because there were people that really thought that it mattered to get a whole lot of points, and then people that should have stayed on teams for a longer time got kicked out because people's expectations were ridiculous. Okay, but we haven't seen season 3 PCC, and we probably won't see a Team PCC. The biggest problem was there weren't anywhere near as amount. The rewards, the best rewards, should have gone down a lot further, and that would have solved everything, you know. But anyways, as I get into this, talk to your team, talk to the people that you want to be on the team. If you have some people that are streamers that you like to watch, and you see what it takes to be on their team, try to get to the point where you can be on their team. You know, because it's a really fun thing. And there's so many people that make awesome Supercard content, both on here and on Twitch. Follow WWE Supercard on Twitch, and you will be able to see everybody that is broadcasting about WWE Supercard. And if you, you know, if you search WWE Supercard on here, there's, especially in the YouTube gaming, the live stuff, you're going to see a lot of people that are the streaming sometimes. And because it's fun. It's fun to interact with people, and that's why I enjoy the streaming. And that's why I'm changing up the way I'm doing things a lot in the near future. But the whole purpose of this is teams can be a lot of fun if you're willing to communicate, if you're willing to encourage and not troll. Remember, not everybody plays this game as much as you do sometimes, okay? So there's, and you have to put it into perspective. If you want a casual team that, you know, does plays every now and then, but really just wants to focus on Team Battleground, make sure that everybody in the team is on board for that, because if they're not, then they can find another team, okay? Or they can, you know, the team vision should match it. Like this, my team, Mr. Bacon, we participate in everything. But think about it. If you're grinding for 120 charges, you know, every day and a half, if you think about it, it can be taxing, or every 2 days, because it's a lot of times. And now that the only event that you can really get them from is Wild, it takes a long time. Also, you can get them from Road to Glory. I'm sorry, Ring Domination. No, that's not what I meant. I meant Royal Rumble. Sorry, brain's frying. Or the Wild mode, but those have bouts, and those are limited opportunities to get more cards. It can be taxing, and people want to use their money in the bank points not for buying picks from the board. They want to buy, you know, the really cool, awesome cards with them. Okay, so that's something to be aware of when you're trying to create the best team possible, and you know, and that's something that you should be aware of for the future. All right, we're gonna play this last little game, and then I'm gonna go to my team and just show what I've done, and some little quick strategies for Team Battleground. And everybody knows that at this point, if you're losing a match, you can back out and you know, close the app, and it won't count as a loss. That's been common knowledge for a long time, since the first one. I'm not the first person to talk about it, and this this won't get anywhere near as many views as, for example, JB's Super Zomagod Barbecue's video that talks about that right away, which has way more views. So, I mean, this is something that everybody knows, and it shouldn't be seen as like, oh my god. But it's definitely a way to get as many points. Because remember, even if you don't win, if you get more than 10,000 points on your team event, you're going to get a really awesome pack. Now that you level up your team, the pack goes up. And you're going to get 1,000 battle points. If your team is the highest tier, or a 1250 battle points, even just for playing. I can't remember right now. But the whole point is, if you work as a team, you will achieve greatness as a team. Okay? And maybe 1 or 2 people might go on vacation. If you know you're going on vacation, tell people. You know, if you know that you are going to not be able to be on the team for a while, let's say you know you're going to jail for a month, tell them. You might be able to come back later or something. You know, who knows? That's a rare thing. But the whole point is, team events and Team Road to Glory can be a lot of fun. Team Road to Glory, here's my quick strategies, because I did say they were going to happen. Try to play as many bouts as possible. And here's what you can do. You set your alarm on a phone for 1 hour and 15 minutes. That is every hour and 15 minutes your bouts are full. And this is not just for Team Road to Glory. This is for any bout-based system with like regular Road to Glory, Ring Domination, the solo events. That's really good. If you want to work up a lot of Money in the Bank points, set an alarm for every 3 hours, because then your bouts will be full that way, and that sort of thing. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go up here, and I'm just going to show you. I have played basically every hour that I can. I've also purchased picks just because, or pick doublers, just because I have. Let's just see the team points breakdown. In this one, I've got 310 points so far, and that's pretty good. And everybody has participated, okay? And that's really what it's all about, And a huge shout out to my team. Every single person here has been here at least 6 months. Bigedude, King Steamer, John, Kieran Dooley, Creep 1900, Furiosis, Demantic, Tunified, Spiro, and Vito. And just wanted to shout them all out because they've earned it, And I don't really talk too much in the team chat, but when we do, it's a lot of fun. All right, so let's just over here. Basically, I've got this set up. I'm not going to get the most points, but I've got 2 WrestleManias, and that will win a lot. I'm going to bring him up to a little bit more so I can win a tag team decently. I've got 14 minutes left. Don't really have a lot of stuff, but I know that the team we're currently facing is a WrestleMania 33 team as well, and so it'll be interesting to see how well we do. But anyways, teams are really fun. Teams are cool. Don't have super unrealistic expectations. Start a team with people that you know. Let's say if you're from India, start a team with people from India. If you're from the United Kingdom, start with team from that area, and I bet you would have a lot more fun. And it's just it's a potential for greatness in your game, and to enjoy these fun events for a very long time. So thank you for watching, and we will see you on the Flippity Dippity. I love you long time. Blink, 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 bye, 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 buddy. Click here to subscribe. Thank you if you already did.